Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are joining me here on the Creating Ripples podcast. I'm your host, Alexandra Zauner, and welcome in for today's Ripple reading. Today's Ripple reading is from Glennon Doyle, the author of Untamed, and there is just so many wonderful nuggets in that book, so if you have not picked it up yet, definitely go check it out. All right, here it is. When we free our wild, that frees other people to free themselves too. And I love what she's saying here. It's so simple, but when you really think about what she's telling us to do, what she's giving us approval to be our truest self, to show up as who we are. When we free our wild, that frees other people to free themselves too. What she's saying is when we show up with all of our realness, the good and the bad, and we're not hiding who we are, that allows other people to feel empowered, to feel comfortable to also show up as themselves, right? So often in life, we feel like we need to show up with only the good parts, right? They say the highlight reel is what so many people show, but if we all start to show not just the highlight reel, we start to show those raw moments that we all experience, that's going to help others to do the same thing, and that's going to bring a closer community. That's going to create connection between one another, right? If I don't know you and you start to open up about the hard experiences you've had in your life, that starts to show your human side. That starts to create a connection with me because I start to see who you really are as a person, right? And that starts to free me and enable me to feel called to also show the hard things that I've gone through, to also show my highs and my lows. And then when we all start to show up and we let our wild come out, when we don't feel like we need to be shoved into this little box, it's this freeing sensation that overcomes us. Literally a weight is lifted off of us. So I want to challenge you, the listener today, to take a little inventory of yourself. How can you take a little moment, look at your highs, your lows, take a little second, think about how are you showing up in the world right now? And what is one thing, something small that you can do to start to free your wild? Whatever that is, just take a little bit of time, write down some of the things that you've been experiencing in your life, and then what is one way that you can start to open up about those, or what is one thing that you can do to free your wild? And it might not even be something you've experienced yet. It might be something internally that you've been holding on to and you haven't felt comfortable enough to open up about it and share. And there's like this wild side of you waiting to be untamed, exactly the name of her book. Let yourself be untamed. Go out and step out into the wild. This is me telling you, go out there and live your life as your true wild self. I would love if you share with me whatever it is that you are called to do from this episode, and let's go out there and be wild together. All right, that's all I've got for you today. I will see you on the next episode. Until then, let's go out and start creating ripples.